अमिता हमर आज जो लिस्ट अनुसार है केते नंबर शेड्यूल हला 479 तो Good morning. Let's start the daily discussion. The first topic that will be discussed today is about the India-Argentina relation. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh held talk with the visiting Minister of Defense of Argentina Republic, who came to India. Okay, on 18th of July. Both ministers discussed the ongoing defense cooperation initiatives, including measures to enhance defense industrial partnership. What? Defense industrial partnership. So the major area of discussion was regarding the development of defense industrial partnership. The Argentina defense minister visited the National War Memorial and led a worthwhile paying homage to the fallen heroes. The Tri-Service Guard of Honor was also presented to the visiting dignitary. He arrived on a 4-day visit to India. The Argentine Defense Minister visited the BrahMos Aerospace and is scheduled to interact with the leading think tank in Delhi. He will also travel to Bengaluru and visit the Hindustan Aeronautic Limited facilities and separately interact with the defense startup in an event organized by the Innovations for Defense Excellence in India. So we have created the innovation for defense excellence. Okay, and the visiting Argentinian defense ministers will have a face-to-face interaction with the defense startup companies created in India. Fine. So coming to the background, India-Argentina relations were elevated to the level of strategic partnership in 2019 during the state visit of the President of Argentina. The two countries have struggled their lives in various areas, strengthened their relationship in various areas, including political, economic, cultural, and scientific cooperation. India established a trade commission in Buenos Aires in 1943, which later became one of its first embassies in South America. Okay, Argentina is a country in South America. Argentina also has diplomatic representations in India. The leaders of both the countries have engaged in high-level visit and meeting to enhance bilateral relations. The bilateral exchanges, there have been significant exchange at the highest level between India and Argentina. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Alberto Fernandes have their first bilateral meeting in 2022. Earlier, President Marci, okay, and President Christian Fernandes, Kirchner and visited India. So that means earlier also many many presidents, successive presidents of Argentina, they visited India. This exhibit the close cooperation between the two countries. The foreign ministers of both the countries have also held meeting and engaged in discussion to strengthen bilateral ties. These exchanges demonstrate the commitment of both the nations to enhance their relationship, economic and commercial relation. Bilateral trade between India and Argentina have witnessed steady growth. In 2022, the trade volume reached a historic peak of USD 6.4 billion, with India becoming the fourth largest trading partner of Argentina. Major item of Indian exports to Argentina includes petroleum oil, agriculture, agrochemicals, textiles, and organic chemicals. While India import vegetable oil, leathers, cereals, and chemicals from Argentina. Several Indian companies, including the TCS, Mahindra, Gambia, Infosys, have established operations in Argentina, while Argentina companies such as the Globant and the OLX have a presence in India. Both countries have also signed an agreement to promote cooperation in sectors like oil, energy, and defense. Then the cultural domain. Okay, India's culture, yoga, philosophy, and spiritual practices have had a significant impact in Argentina. Indian organizations like the Brahma Kumaris, Art of Living, ISKCON have a strong following in the country. Cultural program including India Weeks, India Days, and International Day of Yoga celebrations are organized in Argentina to promote cultural exchanges. The Indian diaspora in Argentina, consisting of NRI and PIOs, play an important role in fostering people-to-people contact between the two nations. Technical and developmental cooperation. India has been extending technical and economic cooperation to Argentina through scholarships, training programs, and capacity building initiatives. The Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program has provided opportunity for the Argentine nationals to participate in various courses in India. That means through the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation. So many students from Argentina came to pursue their higher education in India. Additionally, the India-Argentina Center of Excellence in Information Technology has been established in Buenos Aires to promote cooperation in the IT sector. The two countries have also collaborated in the field of space research and agriculture. Okay, so these are the domain where both the countries have wide-ranging cooperation. Argentina is home to a significant number of NRI and non-resident Indians and the person of Indian origin, with most of them residing in the Buenos Aires. These individuals work in various sectors, including IT, finance, and multinational corporations. The Indian community actively contribute to the cultural vibrancy of Argentina and serves as a bridge between the two nations. The potential of relations. Science and technology. India and Argentina can collaborate in research and development in the field of science and technology, including space exploration, biotechnology, and nanotechnology. Joint projects can lead to significant advancement and mutually beneficial outcomes. Multilateral forums. As founding members of the G20 and participants in various multilateral forums, India and Argentina can strengthen cooperation on global issues like the climate change, sustainable development, and global governance. Defense cooperation. Exploring opportunity for defense cooperation can enhance the security ties between the two countries and foster mutual strategic interest. Cultural exchanges. Promoting cultural exchanges, academic partnership, and people-to-people interaction can deepen the understanding of each other's rich heritage and traditions, fostering stronger bond. Challenges and obstacles in the relationship. Geographical distance. The geographical distance between the India and Argentina pose the logistic challenges and adds to the cost of trade and travel. Improved connectivity and transportation can mitigate these obstacles. Another language barrier. Language differences can hinder effective communication and exchange of idea. Encouraging language training and cultural exchange can bridge this gap. Competing priorities. Both countries have diverse foreign policy priorities and engagement. Aligning their agenda and carving out shared area of interest can be challenging for both. Then limited people-to-people contact. The lack of direct people-to-people contact and cultural understanding can hamper deeper engagement between the two sides. Okay, the two societies. Way forward, economic diplomacy. Both countries should focus on enhancing economic diplomacy by exploring untapped sectors for trade and investment. Organizing trade fairs, business forums, and joint economic commissions can facilitate greater engagement between the business community of the India and Argentina. Sectoral cooperation, identifying specific sector of mutual interest such as agriculture, pharmaceuticals, information technology, and renewable energy can provide a clear roadmap for collaboration. And the policy coordination, regular dialogue between policymakers and government officials from both countries can help align their policies and priorities, ensuring better coordination on global issues. Virtual diplomacy, leveraging digital platforms and virtual diplomatic engagement can overcome the challenges of geographical distance and language barriers, promoting direct interaction between the stakeholders. Then the public diplomacy, conducting cultural festivals, film festivals, and educational exchange program can create a greater awareness and appreciation of each other's culture and values. Joint research and development, encouraging joint research and development projects in areas of mutual interest can lead to technological advancements and shared expertise. Enhance connectivity, investing in better connectivity such as different flights can facilitate increase people-to-people contact and foster tourism and business ties between the two countries, because India is in the South Asia and Argentina is in South America. So connectivity, expanding the connectivity, especially air connectivity and frequent travel facility can further enhance the people-to-people interaction and further strengthen the relationship. India-Argentina relations offers ample scope for growth and cooperation, given their shared values as democratic nations committed to multilateralism and sustainable development. While there have been positive steps in various sectors, addressing the challenges and obstacles is essential to realize that full potential of this bilateral partnership. Strategic efforts, focused diplomacy, and people-to-people engagement can pave the way for a stronger and mutually beneficial India-Argentina relations in the future. Right. So, this is what the development in bilateral relationship between India and Argentina. Although the recent visit is the visit by the Defense Minister of Argentina to India, but the bilateral relations between the two sides spread over so many areas from culture to technology, and further cooperation have a brighter scope, and both the countries should endeavor to further strengthen relationship and expand it in different domains, so the benefit will be to both the sides. Fine. Then the next topic is the international relations regarding the Crimean Bridge and the Odisha port. Recent escalation of tensions and military action between Russia and Ukraine. Russia launched missile and drone strikes on southern and eastern Ukraine. Ukrainian officials reported damage to infrastructure like the Balkan Sea port of Odessa, a key grain exporting port, because Ukraine is a major grain exporter and the Odessa port is a major point from where the grain is exported. Even in the war period, the Black Sea Grain Initiative has been signed between the contracting parties and authenticated by Russia, who is subjected to withdraw from it, so to export grains from Ukraine, because the export of grain, so many countries in Africa and other areas, they depend upon Ukrainian grain to fulfill their basic needs. And this Black Sea Grain Initiative was signed even during the war period to facilitate this export of grain. And the attack on this Odessa port, the Black Sea port of Odessa, by Russian forces has to some extent damaged the port handling, cargo handling capacity in the port. Okay. Falling debris and blast waves caused damage to homes and port infrastructure in Odessa. No deaths were reported, but an elderly man was wounded. Okay. Ukrainian defense response. Ukraine's air force successfully shut down all six caliber missiles and 31 out of 36 drones. The majority of the drone missiles and drones were in the Odessa and the Mykolaiv region. Remaining missiles and drones were destroyed over the eastern regions of Donetsk and Kharkiv, okay, Kharkiv, and the defense troops. The retaliation and accusation. The attack on Odessa followed Russian pledges for retaliation after a bridge explosion on Monday that Moscow blamed on Ukraine. The Russian Foreign Minister spokesman that Maria Zakharova accused Ukraine along with the direct participation of the United Kingdom and the United States for orchestrating this attack on the Russian bridge. Okay, this Crimean bridge, as it is known, the Crimean bridge also known as the Kerch Bridge, is a crucial transportation link between the Russia and the Crimean Peninsula. It is the only direct route connecting Russia's transport network to Crimea, which Russia annexed in 2014. The bridge supplies fuel, food, and other products to the region, including the port of Sevastopol, a historic home base of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Fine. And this damaging this particular breach has affected Russian supply to Crimea region, which it has taken over in 2014. The previous attack on the Crimea breach, this is the second time the breach has been targeted. In October 2022, it was temporarily shut down after a massive explosion. The breach significant increase during the Russia-Ukraine war. Okay, so the breach significance increased in the Russia-Ukraine war and it became a supply route for Russian forces in the southern Ukraine. The Moldov's contamination and international response. Moldova, Ukraine's neighboring country, condemned the attack and Russia's decision to terminate the Black Sea Grain Initiative. So, the Black Sea Grain Initiative was signed and was also signed by Russia also to, as I told you, to continue the supply of grains from Ukraine to other parts in general and to African country in particular to overcome their food scarcity. South that aid chief Samantha Power who announced USA aid chief. Okay, who announced humanitarian assistance was expected to visit Odisha. The international community expressed concern over the escalation of violence and its impact on the regional stability. About this particular bridge, okay, this is the bridge which connects, okay, Russia and Crimea. It is connected through this. Okay. The Kerch Bridge, also known as the Crimea Bridge, is a crucial infrastructure project connecting Russia and the Crimean Peninsula. It serves as the only direct transport link between the Russian mainland and Crimea. The bridge spans across the Kerch Straits, connecting the Taman Peninsula in Russia's Krasnodar Krai with the Crimean Peninsula. Important significance, the Kerch Bridge plays a vital role in facilitating the movement of people, goods and resources between the Russia and Crimea. It serves as a major supply route, allowing the transportation of essential commodities, including fuel, food, and other products to Crimea. The bridge is of significant military importance as it provides a direct connection for Russia forces stationed in Crimea, particularly the Black Sea Fleet based in Sevastopol. Okay, and as this bridge has been targeted, so that has infuriated Russia because Russia take it very seriously that decision by the Ukraine which want to uh, destroy its infrastructure to cripple Russian access to Crimea. Why? The bridge is significant military importance as it provides a direct connection for Russian forces stationed in Crimea, particularly in the Black Sea Fleet based in Sevastopol. Impact of the bridge, economic benefit. The Kerch Bridge has positively impacted the economy of Crimea, allowing for increased trade and tourism between Crimea and Russia. Controversy and international response. The construction of the bridge and its annexation of by Crimea by Russia has been widely criticized by the international community, leading to sanctions against Russia. Previous attack and security. The Kerch Bridge has been subject to targeted attack in the past, including explosion and attempt to disrupt the transportation flow. Due to its strategic importance, the bridge is closely guarded and monitored by security forces to prevent any potential threat or disruptions. Geopolitical implications. The construction of the Kerch Bridge solidified Russia's control over Crimea, after its controversial annexation in 2014. The breach existence and control by Russia have contributed to ongoing tension between Russia and Ukraine, particularly regarding territorial integrity and sovereignty of the country. Okay, so this is the port of Odessa. Okay, and this is the major port. Okay, from where that this huge amount of grains are exported by Ukraine. Odessa port is one of Ukraine's major seaport located in the Black Sea coast. It serves as a vital hub for maritime trade, particularly for the export of grain and other commodities. And Odisha port benefits from strategic location, providing access to the Black Sea and beyond. The port serves as an important link between the Europe, Asia, and the Mediterranean, facilitating international trade and shipping. Export of grains. The Odisha port plays significant role in Ukraine's agricultural sector as a major port for exporting grain, including wheat, corn, and barley. The port's infrastructure and facilities enable efficient loading and shipping of the grain to international market. Infrastructure facility. Odisha port has extensive infrastructure to accommodate large cargo vessels, including bulk uh, carriers and container ships. The port features specialized terminals for various types of cargo, including grain terminals equipped with modern handling equipments. The Odisha port provides extensive storage capability, including grain soils, warehouse, and transit storage areas. Odisha port is a significant contributor to Ukraine's economy, generating substantial revenue through maritime trade activities. The port provides employment opportunity for a large number of people, both directly and indirectly, supporting the local economy. Fine. Security and safety measures. The Odisha port maintains robust security measures to ensure the safety of cargo, vessel, and personnel. The port enforces strict custom and border control procedures to regulate trade and prevent illicit activities. Historical significance and tourism. Odisha is a historic city known for its rich cultural heritage and architectural landmarks. Uh, Attracting tourists and cruise ships. Odisha port serves as a port of call for cruise ships traveling the Black Sea region, contributing to the local tourism industry. In the ongoing challenges, Odisha port, like other Ukrainian ports, have faced challenges due to the ongoing geopolitical tension between Ukraine and Russia. Efforts are being made to modernize and upgrade the port's infrastructure to enhance its operational efficiency and competitiveness. Fine. So, but this attack and counter attack on the respective infrastructure by the Ukraine being blamed for the attack on the bridge, and Russia being blamed for the attack on the Odessa port. This is further aggravating the situation, and that needs to be restrained by both the sides so the economy is not strictly affected. Then the next topic, the Bura Chapori Wildlife Sanctuary. Recently, several people are injured of the clash between the forest team and illegal encroachers in the Bura Chapori Wildlife Sanctuary. It is located on the southern bank of the river Brahmaputra in the Sonitpur district of Assam. It is a part of the Lakwa Burachapuri ecosystem. It comprises of a mosaic of wet alluvial grasslands, riparian and semi-evergreen forest, dotted by amidst the eastern Ghat features the five naturally formed rock shelters at its foothills facing westward. It is located on the village of the Oravakalu in Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh. This site unveils a combination of prehistoric rock painting from the Mesolithic period around 500 BC and exusite artwork from the Kakatiya dynasty. Physical conditions. These caves showcase the artistic brilliance of the Kakatiya period, while many have suffered damage over time due to exposure to the elements. Some sketches and outlines have managed to survive. The painting adorns with a variety of colors derived from the white kaolin and different pigments depict captivating scenes from the epic Ramayana. The first cave, starting from the southern end of the hillock, presents a narrative mural portraying the instance battle between the Vanara brothers, Bali and Sugriva. In the middle cave, a grand sketch of Lord Hanuman is accompanied by sacred symbols of the crown, Shankha, and the fire altar. Hanuman is depicted carrying the Sanjeevani hill in his hand, symbolizing his mission to save Lakshmana's life. The Kakatiya artists choose the same rock shelter to superimpose the figure of Hanuman, who is portrayed in a unique Anjali posture, holding his hands in a divine offering. The third cave housed the prehistoric rock painting from the Mesolithic era. Okay, the next topic is the Ghaggar and its tributaries. Recently, the Ghaggar River and tributary in the Haryana caused havoc in the region after a breach in their embankment. This is the river. Okay, the Ghaggar River. Origin the Dakshi village, Himachal Pradesh, is the in the Sibalik Hill is the origin place. Tributaries the Kausalya, Tangri, Markanda, Begana, Sarsuti, Chittam, and Shukna rivers are the tributaries. Cities like Panchkula, Deravasi, Ambala, and Sahababad lies on the bank of these rivers. Seasonal water that flow through these plains of the North India in the western direction flow south through the states of Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, and Rajasthan, eventually entering Pakistan, where it dries out before reaching the Arabian Sea. The channel is divided into two lengths by the Ottu barrage near the Sirsa. The part of the river to the east of the barrage is called the Ghaggar and the other half Hakra. Paleogeographic studies indicate the existence of a wide channel in the place of the current Ghaggar Hakra. The Paleo channel of this river was drained by the Saraswati and discharged into the Ran of Kutch. Studies indicate that the river has shrunk in magnitude. Previously, it is believed to have inside the bacteria, sometimes by borrowing the DNA replications hardware of the bacteria. Once enough new virus have been created inside the bacterial cell, the cell then bursts to release the new viral particles. Significance: the advantage of these phages lies in their effective against every multiple resistance pathogen. Phages are extremely precise in their elimination of bacterial strains, so much so that it do not disturb the gut microbiomes as it is case with the antibiotics. In theory, then phages could be a huge boom in the fight against antibacterial resistance. For example, the Georgia has developed into one of the global centers of that phage therapy, Georgia. Okay, hosting one of the longest therapeutic collections of bacteriophages in the world. The central problem is that there is no standardizing of the therapy. Phages therapy must be precisely tailored to the bacteria that cause an infection in a patient. Infection can be caused by bacteria with various properties. You need you need to cocktail of different phages as a therapy, and that mix of phages have to be available very quickly before the infection get out of hand. Bacteria also develop resistance to phage therapies. Okay, good virus and alternative therapy to antibiotics. This can be done. This is the future. Okay, Africa could develop its own phaga banks, place to store and provide phages for tailor-made treatment. Okay, this is how this can be used as good virus for treatment of human illness. Coming to the question, though seen as a game changer, changing the form for the Indian economy, there are still gaps between the expectation and the actual implementation of the GST, goods and service tax. So analyze this. Goods and service tax is an indirect tax levied on the supply of goods and services. This law has replaced many indirect tax law that existed earlier in the country. GST amendment was done, and on 1st July 2017, GST as a submission of so many indirect taxes came into effect. The GST subsumed a number of indirect taxes both in the goods and services, and became came into force on 1st July 2017. Fine. So GST is one of indirect tax for the whole of India. GST is currently levied on every product except petroleum, alcohol, tobacco, and stamp duty on real estate in four slabs of 5, 12, 18, and 28%. Right. And GST slogan is one nation, one taxation. So the as India is one nation, so in the there is diversion or deviation in the taxation between different states in the indirect taxes. The central government decided to go for a single tax called the GST, and the slogan was one nation, one taxation. So one nation, one tax. Under this, most of the indirect taxes were subsumed to GST, and GST came into force by an amendment to the constitution, and it came into force on 1st July 2017. Monthly GST collection from July 2017, the first month of GST was rupees 92,200 crore. In 2018-19, the average monthly collection was 97,100 crore, with collections reaching 1 lakh crore regularly. Rationalization of the taxes, currently around 97.5% of the articles are covered by 18% or lower GST slabs, a significant reduction from tax rates under the VAT regime, where standard VAT rate was 14%, excise duty was 12%. So 14 and 12 combined became 26%. But at present, most of the articles under VAT, under GST, are taxed at 18%. Earlier, combining both, see what was the earlier system? Earlier, both this, so this VAT, value added tax, and the excise duty. So 13 plus 12, so 13 and 12 combined to 26% were imposed. But right now, so most of the items have come down to 18%. That means it is a saving to the manufacturers and the traders, but no doubt it is a loss for the government. But government in the process of rationalization has launched this GST system to subsume the taxes. So many multiple taxes collected under the VAT and the central excise. Refund, the process of refund has been fairly streamlined. The issue of working capital blockage due to refusal of the GST refund in the initial period has now been fairly sorted out. That is, refund means input credit. In the GST, there is a provision which is popularly known as the input credit. Okay, so that is refunded to the tax, means the persons who have paid the tax. Okay, as input credit. Okay, to the traders or the service providers. And initially there is some some challenges, some delay in the input credit, but right now it has been refunded. The process of refund has been fairly streamlined. The issue of working capital blockage due to refusal of the GST refund in the initial period has now been fairly sorted out by the government. Fine. So, re-engineering of supply chain, introduction of the EUA bill has enabled hassle-free movement of goods. The long-term benefits include the GST's impact on financial inclusion. Small business can build up a real-time track record of tax payments digitally, and this can be used for credit rating and lending purposes. Gap between expectations and actual implementation of the GST. List of exclusion: petroleum products, crude oil and natural gas, diesel, petrol, aviation turbine fuel, portable alcohol, and real estate, which contribute 30 to 40% of the indirect tax revenue, are still out of the GST ambit. Notices for reconciliation, periodic notice for different input tax credit claimed by the traders and as appearing in the GSTN network are putting a strain on the trade and industry. Business and professional are further confused as figures appearing in their GST return, GSTR2A appearing on the GSTN network, and figures stated in the notice sent by the department is different. Shortfall of the revenue. The economic slowdown had reduced both GST and cess collection in the financial year 1920, resulting in a 40% shortfall between the compensation paid and the cess collected. It aggravated due to COVID-19 pandemic. The 15th Finance Commission has highlighted several areas of concern in the GST regime relating to multiplicity of tax rates, shortfall in the GST collections, which the forecast, high volatility in GST collections, inconsistency in filing of returns, dependence on states, on the compensation for the center, and so on. Okay, and the small and medium business are still grappling to adapt to the tech-enabled regime. So all these are the challenges, but GST, since it has been implemented, the collection is increasing every month, and at present GST has been able to make the state financially more stable, and states are getting more amount of GST and the compensation from the government are able to manage their budget well and reduce their deficit. With oil price skyrocketing across the country, the policymaker need to contemplate the inclusion of petroleum and related products in the GST net. It is vital to finally constitute the GST appellate tribunal, as it is obvious that all taxpayers do not have the finances or means to approach the High Court for every practical difficulty faced, because without the GST appellate tribunal, right now the victims have to approach the High Court. And approaching the High Court or starting any initiative or any proceeding in the High Court or filing a case in the High Court, an expensive process, and all traders are not in a financial position to approach the High Court. So the creation of the GST appellate tribunal is the most important thing and the most important need of the hour. Streamlining of the anti-profiteering measures and simplification of the compliance procedures also need to be revisited to ensure that the cost efficiency and reduction in the prices envisaged under the GST law finally reaches the common man. Model rate with a small list of exemptions is the ideal GST structure that government should try to achieve. India has served as an example to the world by successfully implementing one of the most complex tax transformation projects in the country, called the GST. However, it is important that the shortcoming be swiftly resolved. The government should continue to take measures to deliver on its promise, the goods and simple tax. So, service tax means to make it simple tax in the times to come. So, this can create the or enhance the credibility of the government. Okay. Consider the following statement regarding the Gomati River. Gomati River is a major tributary of Jamuna, which is incorrect, and the Gomati River originates in the Himalayas. That's right, but one is incorrect, so only B is the right option. Then coming next, with reference to enforcement directorate, consider the following statement. The statutory body which works under the Ministry of Home Affairs, that is incorrect. Okay, ED under the Finance Ministry. It is mandated with the tax of enforcing the provisions of the Foreign Exchange Management Act and Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The minimum tenure of the Director of Enforcement Directorate is 2 years, which can be extended up to 5 years. 2 and 3 are correct. Option is C. Then question number 3. Which of the following countries share boundary with Black Sea? Ukraine, Georgia, Bulgaria, Russia. All four. They all share boundary with the Black Sea. Okay. And the following statement: a bacteriophage is a duplo and duplo Navaria virus that infects and replicates within the bacteria and archaea. The vast majority of the virus inside human body are bacteriophages. Bacteriophages are harmless to human cells as they do not recognize them as their bacterial prey. So in this, so all these are correct. Fine. Then to 5, consider the following statement with respect to the uh, Salsola opposicola dysphonia. Okay. So question number 5. Okay. It is a perennial shrub that grow in the saline, arid or semi-arid environment in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so that's right. It is the first saltwater plant species discovered. So it is used as a raw material for manufacturing soda ash. Only one is correct. Following statement regarding the Gaga River. It is origin in the Laksali village, Madhya Pradesh, in the Sivalika hills. Okay, so that is right. Then its tributary are that Begna, Sarsuti, Jitang, and the Sukna. So this is also right. Consider the following statement regarding the about the Bura Chakpuri Wildlife Sanctuary located in the southern bank of the river Brahmaputra in the Assam, not Andhra Pradesh. So A is incorrect. It is part of the Lakwa Barakchuri ecosystem, right? So 2 is correct. And the following statement regarding the concept of the desiccation tolerant DT. DT plant varieties are found in both flowering and non-flowering species. DT plant varieties are found in both temperate and tropical climate. They are usually found in rocky outcrops and can recover quickly when water supply are restored. So 8, so 3 are correct. The Tankai method recently in use. Consider the following statement. It is building techniques and construction of the stitches ship. A new agreement has been signed by Indian Navy with the Ministry of Culture. So here both are correct. As the following statement regarding the Crimean Bridge. The Praise Bridge, also known as the Crimean Bridge, it connects the Russia and the Crimean Peninsula, right? It serves as the only direct transportation link between the Russia and mainland and the Crimea, right? The bridge runs across the Kerch Strait. So right. So all the three are correct. Keep watching every day. Update yourself. Thank you. Class salah class. Saya cari berapa? Aku କହିଲା କିଛି ଖାଉଛି ପରା ଆଉ ମେସେଜ ଦେଲା ଖାଲି ମେସେଜ ରିପ୍ଲାଏ ଦେଇନାହାନ୍ତି ଶୁଣୁନନ୍ତି ତୁ ତ ନାଇଁ ତ ବର୍ଷା ଉଠେଇଛି ଭଲ ନା ଖରାପ